We made it! Hello guys, welcome to Survivor Russia and welcome to the Survivor Russia studio. The first video sequence in the studio actually. Yesterday I was on an insane trip in the mini crawler. For you new guys who do not know the mini crawler or haven't seen it yet, it's a small drive module with 15 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. It's a tracked vehicle and it has a little trailer attached to it. Because it's so light and because it has tracks, it distributes the very lightweight 110 kilos very well. So yeah, we're gonna take a drive in the mini crawler there. Some of you know this little guy, some of you don't. But I'm pretty excited about it because we're gonna try and head into the deep forest. This is most likely gonna be the longest trip I so far have done in this, if we are successful. On the little adventure here with the mini crawler. The first part of the footage here was actually the very beginning of this main logging road. This is not too bad actually. Yeah, we're gonna head about 4 or 5 kilometers in that southern direction. Then we're gonna go to the right and we're gonna try and hit the area out at the logging cabin, and I want to try and make it a round trip. That would be awesome because then the trip would not be that long actually. But we'll see. I'm excited and also a little bit anxious because those logging roads branches out there, they are really hardcore. I of course want to do this trip here because I have plans to load up the trailer fully with tents and everything and do a little expedition out in the area where the hunting cabin is and stuff like that. But yeah, I know the terrain here, so it's a very good idea to check how it's gonna look out there. Alright guys, so it's time to change directions, and that should be that way. If I just drive straight, I will end up at the big huge swamp, or what we can call it, bog or whatever, out there where in the vicinity of the hunting cabin. And if I speak a little bit weird, then it's because I have the earplugs in still. But anyway, we have to go through this hole here, which is relatively deep, but shouldn't be a problem. But it's most likely gonna be very tough out there. So yeah, let's see how it goes, guys. This is mostly just a driving and expedition test video, so to speak. I hope you like it. Hey, she's all clean now. Awesome. Right, yeah, so this might not really look like anything, but I tell you, 4x4 will have problems here, or an ordinary 4x4. I have some dirt on the lens here. But this stuff here is actually very, very deep. So we are up there, we're going in that direction. The reason it's very difficult for ordinary vehicles to drive here is that the logging trails here, they're of course made of by tractors and tracked vehicles and blah blah blah. So these tracks down there, they can actually be very, very deep. It's of course awesome that the crawler is so narrow. It fits in between the wheel sets of the tractors and trucks and whatever have been driving here. So we just ran over a big bear crab there. It's not the first one I've seen today. What do we have in here? Old logging camp or something like this. Old metal. Sheet metal. There's been a lot of hogs here. Maybe not a lot, but they've been traveling a lot here anyway. Ugh. I'm just scouting this little spot here. Awesome, awesome. That's where we've just been through. Alright guys, so we are now at the familiar ground. There is a crossing out there, or road cross, I don't know what we call it. I call it a road cross right now. Yeah, English is not my native tongue, so sometimes I forget stuff that I remember later. Anyway, we are coming from that direction. Out there we have the big bog and the big swamp or marshland or what we can call it. And we have the hunting cabin to the left, a bit of a ways, and to the right, that's normally where we are trekking in on foot. So we have reached the part of the journey where we are sort of like in between what to do and what not to do. Because there's exactly 2 hours till the sun goes down, and what I really want to do is to hike, or not hike, I want to drive out to the big swamp, make a right turn, and go down towards the highway, or the road, highway. There is though one little tricky spot there. It's a little creek or something like this, but yeah. It has some really deep spots. I don't know if I can get over there. If I cannot get over, then I have to drive all the way back. And that's a long ways. This is the longest trip I've done on this little guy there so far. So yeah, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to drive out to the big marshlands, to the big bog out there. Let's see how long it takes. And then we make the decision out there. Whoa, that was a good hole down there. Let's get out of that mess. Whoa. Alright, so we're through the track. I tried this once before. Normally it's not a big problem. So that was exactly what I did not need. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna let all the air out first and see if I just can get it on back on without removing the wheel. It's nothing, it's just one bolt, so maybe I'll just do that. But I know I definitely have to get the air out of the tire. I have this little bag here, I have my Katanaboy. I have this orange funky pump and a tire iron. No printing tools. So I don't really plan on staying here overnight. Guy back on. I think I can. Hey, buddy. Let's get some air back in this little guy here. That was actually surprisingly easy. Oi! Okay, I should have checked this hole here because it is knee deep. Most likely some truck or something has been stuck there at some point. Yeah, but I'll get back to you guys. See if we can get this guy here running. I think we're alright. So I actually just recovered from throwing the lift track, and yeah, I have my Katanaboy, I have some water, I have my mess kit and tea, so if need be I can make it, but I'd rather get home. I said earlier, these sidewalls are really problematic. That was hairy. But let's get the hell out of here. Alright guys, we are in a really tricky spot. Really tricky spot. Unfortunately I have to go out and scout a little bit. It should be manageable. We should almost be out there where we have the T-cross, where I really would like to be really soon. But we have a lot of grasses here, long grass. Not bad for shelter. The trail you can see there is from the guys marking up the logging, putting up these markers there. They are driving mostly on trikes with huge wheels. We should be able to make it. Let's go, because it's getting late and we still have a long way to go. What am I doing? We are a little narrow, but basically I just have to stay on that berm there. But I can say one thing, in a 4x4 you will never have made it here. That whole stretch there was completely mad. I just had to get it done and not record and all sorts of funky stuff. Another rough section here, but up there it's going uphill, so I think it's just a question of another 100-200 meters or something. I have to get the crawler over there. Alright guys, so We have the big swamp out there, and the hunting cabin up in that direction there. So if I'm in serious trouble, I can of course always pick up my stuff, stash this guy in the woods here, and go and spend the night in the hunting cabin. But I rather would not do that today, actually. Alright guys, so we're having a little break here before we continue, but the sun is going down in 40 minutes time or something. And I think we have 8-10 kilometers left. But anyway, this should answer some questions anyway on why do I want a big crawler? Why have I decided to get a real vehicle, you can say, a tracked vehicle? This simply because there were some sequences down there, some sections down there I wasn't filming, but it was just swamp on end and end. It started with just leaves on the ground. It just looked like ordinary, awesome flat ground, or relatively flat ground, but it wasn't. So as for the vehicle project, it's of course for me to be able to go and do some expedition stuff. And we are in the southern part of the forest. I have some plans to go to the northern part, but also the southern part here. And you can go part of the way or in sections on a 4x4, even a 4x4 with big wheels and tra-la-la-la-la. But it's not really efficient, and I'm pretty sure down there that you need a really expensive 4x4 to get through there with some really humongous tires. So why not a tracked vehicle? I have a sip of water here, and let's move on. But at least we are in familiar territory now. This route here I've been hiking a lot. That route there I only been hiking twice or something like that. And I just feel more comfortable in a place or on a route that I know, because I know where is what and tra-la-la-la. But yeah, now there's definitely no way back. I have to make it in that direction. That means I have to make it over this tricky little creek. Let's see how it goes. Let's get moving. Katanaboy, Silky Katanaboy 500. A little bit of a tricky spot here. This is the tricky spot. It's pretty deep. Dang it, can I get over here or what? Because as I said, it is pretty deep. Let's see how deep is it. Oh, deep. I have to get over here. There's no two ways about it. But I can see the guys on the trikes. They have been driving around there. I think I should be able to make it. It's not too deep out there anyway. There's nothing else to do than try, I guess. Alright guys, yeah, it's most likely very dark on the cam, and it's also starting to get critically dark, but I only have like 500 meters left or something. It is still a little bit tricky, and especially the last 300 meters. Anyway, crazy trip guys. I hope you like the video. Please check the links in the description, and please consider supporting the channel and the all-important vehicle project. So yeah, guys, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome, and see you in the next video. Whoa, this was, or still is, a crazy trip. Well, it's pretty safe to say that my trip did not end there at all, because the last 800 meters or something, I think they took me almost as long as the entire trip put together. Maybe not as long, but almost. I was out at the first 8 o'clock. That is definitely longer than planned. But yeah, it was simply just one big swamp, mud hole, tra-la-la-la-la, because beavers here, they are very, very active, and they dam up the small creeks and so on. So yeah, I never seen this part of the last part of the trip down there. I've never seen it like that before. It was insane. So I've decided to name the mini crawler, and the mini crawler is from now on gonna be referred to and called the Beast, because it is actually a beast. It's a little beast, but nonetheless a beast. So yeah guys, blah blah blah. Check the links in the description.